Well, hello everyone. Backwards. I'm the Gardener here, back with another episode of The King's Coffee. We're at OT Day 41, and we're just gonna jump into it because we're just gonna jump into it. Can I grab this? Okay, we're gonna come over here. We're gonna do a little bit of this, swing the door business. So, basically, right now, all we're doing is just seeing how far we can go, and eventually, like the first group literally just came in, and the stuff isn't ready yet. So we're going to eventually run out of time, I guess. What is in this, by the way? I can't ping that, I guess, can I? I can't copy or discount, so I guess I didn't buy any. I guess I didn't buy anything yesterday. This can be because there's nothing actually in this one. This one has a grabber in it, but I'm just gonna leave it alone. There's no reason to mess with it at this point. And the customers are coming in pretty fast. I feel confident. Well, I don't want to call. Like, I feel confident, but I don't feel... Well, I feel confident. I'm going to call another one. Because we have like 30-some groups, so and everybody's almost ordering coffee, which is great. All right, I'm going to leave it alone. Now, we do get another card in 2 days. Like, eventually we're going to get a card, I feel, that's going to end our run. Whether it be one of the rushes, or it be leisurely eating, or it be a card that we really don't have control over as far as it's... Like, we're stuck because you get choice of two customer cards, but you can mess up that way depending on what cards you get. So we'll see what happens. I mean, we're rolling through. I'm gonna keep calling because we seem to be doing better that way. A day takes around 7-8 minutes, which is fine as long as nothing breaks. Which, I mean, the setup that I have, it can never break in a sense. It can get bogged down, but it can't break. It just can't. I'm gonna call. I think when one group is sitting, I'm gonna call the second group because I think it's fine because we're still rolling through the groups pretty fast. Like a group, I don't have a stopwatch, but like I should see how long it takes from when they sit down until they leave. Okay, ready? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds. Like that's pretty good, I think. So 5 seconds times 30 groups is 150 seconds. It doesn't actually work that way. That's only 3 minutes. But again, by calling, as soon as a group finishes calling, because like this is what takes longer. It takes them longer to walk in and sit down. That's a full group. That's a 16 grouper right there. 2, 4, 6, 8. That's a 16 grouper. Wow. I think that might have been the first group we had that was actually 16 people. So actually, I didn't double call, but I called, I think, as another group was coming in, so that might have hurt me a bit. That's another 16 grouper, but we're keeping up fine. The lattes, the iced coffee. Like right now, probably even having just one iced coffee machine is keeping up because of the coffee. Now, one thing that's funny with the coffee on the display stand is actually like on the bottom of the display stand. You can see it down there, right? It's not in the middle. So I'm not going to call now because there's a group in already, or a group waiting, I should say. I don't want to overload anything because that would be a bad time. If we get a mop, I'll take a mop. Or like a mop, I guess, right? It'd be called. Yeah, so I'm not going to call now because now the groups are kind of they're stacking. Well, they're not stacking up, but they're getting to the point of stacking up. I guess is there any more? There should be one more, right? Yeah, 1 or 2 more. So like it's pretty quick. There we have 1 tea, 1 latte. The rest is coffee. So or 2 teas, I should say, which is easy mode. Yeah. Because I think like today is going to be fine. We're going to get through that. I'm going to call actually because we're fine here. As soon as they sit down, I know this is going to be banged out. Because like the only thing that takes time is it almost takes more time sometimes for them to get the extras, whether that be the milk, the sugar, or the cake. And mainly it'd be the milk and the sugar because those actually have to cycle. Look how fast that was. They actually have to cycle through. The other stuff doesn't have to, like the cake doesn't cycle through. The teacups have to cycle through. But the teacups are taken right away. So like if someone wants tea, the tea and the teacups can both be taken at the same time because the teacups aren't like an extra or a condiment in a sense. Like they're not that. They're just part of the tea, so it can be taken at the same time. But yeah, as soon as they sit down, boom, boom, boom. The sharp cutlery definitely is helping. We don't really need a candle box, because that would just make them, I don't know. We're not having issues with patience right now. Let's see. I don't want to call. I'm anxious to call, actually, right there. Just Yeah, so 2 did come in there. Okay, that's okay. Trying to buzz through these as quick as we can because we're really not struggling at all. Like this is, I mean, the setup that I have here, you can just follow my mouth. Like this could be well, not this, but it could be optimized. But I look at it as, well, why? What needs to be optimized? Because it's working flawlessly. One thing I do like this. If you follow my mouse at the bottom right, I do like this quadruple input setup. I do like that because you're going to get 1 cup and then you're going to get, bam, 4 cups at one time. And you get 1, then 4, 1, then 4, 1, then 4, etc., etc. So I think that's pretty cool. How that is kind of how I have that set up, I guess I would say. We got more coming in. I can feed this almost all the way up. As soon as they leave, I'm going to take it over, get another one in. So also the other affordable buff where they can reuse stuff is really great. Because typically I don't buy, like, you guys know me. You know me. For those of you who have been watching me for a long time, you know how I play the game in a sense of, that's another 6. No, that's a 15 group because there's 1 table there. I never go affordable because I never have a need of going affordable. Because typically, like, the longer tier runs you go into, you're going to have fewer customers, but you're going to have more work to do. But that doesn't mean it's, well, I don't want to say it's harder or easier. It's just, it is what it is. I'm going to call, I think we have 2 more coming in maybe. Like, I couldn't call everybody right now. Okay, we actually have 2. No, there's only 1 group there. Because boom, as soon as they sit down, guess what? Boom, they're served coffee. Because coffee goes 1, then 4, 1, then 4. And then the 8 is 1, then 2, 1, then 2. So I'm going to call the rest. I think there is only, I'm fine. I'm confident here that we can, I think there should be 1 more group coming in. Yeah, that's it. Now, their patience is higher because, don't quote me on this. This is how I always feel, is that the larger the group, the more patience they have in general. Like, this is built in, which does make a lot of sense, doesn't it? Also, one Cardos thing that we could get that would be really bad would be the double brew. Anything that makes the people sit there longer is harder. So if we have a choice between double brew and leisurely eating, I don't know what I would take. Honestly, don't know. It doesn't matter what is down here. It's just irrelevant stuff. So, there's nothing in this, right? And I want to try to get a mop. Oh, we did lock in a mop. What am I talking about? Just to try to get a mop down there, because this can upgrade to, I think, a fast mop and then a robo mop or something. If this upgrades to something else, it doesn't really matter at all. So that day took us about 7 minutes. So I think that's pretty good. We have 36 groups. So 7 minutes is okay. Because the first group is like, boom, right away. And then we can just discount. So everything is discounted already. So we won't be able to discount 1 thing. Because watch. Boop. No, actually, sorry. What's the second? Oh, it got to be the grabber. Because we upgraded it. So you lose, like when you upgrade an item, you lose the, you lose the discount if it's an item that can be updated. So even going between a smart grabber and a corner grabber, when you up them, because they're different things, you lose the cheaper price. Lasting mops, that's not what I wanted. I wanted the robo mop, which we can get another one. If we see one here, I'll grab it. It's not a huge deal really, because we're still buzzing. I love the coffee because it's 1, then 2, and then 1, then 5. Wow, then 5 sometimes. I'm just gonna try to keep playing the whole call game. That might have been 2 groups that I called by accident. Yes, I did. But look at the patience outside. It goes down slow. These guys are up and down, pretty easy. Like I said, it takes them longer to walk in because of the way that the tables are set. So imagine if I had the tables over here. You couldn't really go super, super fast then. Oh, one thing I want to point out, because I've gotten a couple comments on my coffee automation video, and people say, oh, the lattes aren't working. Well, in the video, I know I say a portioner, but the way it's laid out, the portioner, if my mouse is actually up here, so you can't actually see it. So for those of you who are trying to do an automation, if you look at this, you can figure it out. But if you're not, and you just kind of listen to these videos, and you're questioning that, you use a portioner for the lattes and use a combiner for the ice. Because the way that it works is the ice comes from this machine by itself, so you need a smart grabber for that. Well, you need a smart grabber for, you don't need it for the lattes. Because the milk will always be here. So with this, you do need a smart grabber because this will put a couple in there, and basically it's combining it's not combining, in a sense, it's not combining anything. It's combining nothing onto this, but you're just combining this to this. With this, you're actually portioning it because you're actually taking milk, putting it into the cup. Here, you're actually taking the ice and combining it with the cup, which doesn't make any sense because it's exactly the same thing in a sense. Like, you're combining the ice with the cup, and you're also combining the milk with the cup. It's just how it works, because you're not actually feeding anything into the ice machine. The machine itself is doing the feeding, I guess you want to call it, which doesn't make sense sometimes, but that's how it works. For those of you who were wondering. Portions and combiners kind of, they're not funny with how they work. It's just certain things are, it just, you think, oh, this will work with this, and then it doesn't work. It's just the way it is. I'm gonna call, I'm gonna call actually 2 people. I mean, we might actually have 2 or 3 groups coming in, but I feel confident because look at, oh yeah, I called, how many groups did I call there? 2. They're all bunches because they're turkeys, right? They have turkey hats and they have winter hats, which up in Canada people call those toques. Down in Pennsylvania where I grew up, we always would call it a stripper cap. Well, I don't know, because it's like maybe tight on your head. Just what I always called it. You know, beanie. People call them beanies. I don't know. They're gonna reuse this one. It's like we're just waiting here for, what are we waiting for? Teacups, of all things. That's being reused anyway. So I'm just trying to be diligent with calling when I feel it's safe to call. Like, there should be another group coming in, yes. So we're not going to call right now. Man, bro, they've been reusing this same cutlery. I think this is the 3rd or 4th table that's reusing it, which is amazing. It's just super, super, and it's real cool/cute because you have like a knife, a fork, and a spoon. I think that's how you would lay it, man. They both look like spoons, but you know, one's a knife, one's a fork, one's a spoon. Okay, I think this has to be at least the 5th group. That's a smaller group too. That must be a group of 11 instead of up to 15. Or no, it's 12 to 16, so I'm a group of 12. All right, I can get back up to... Okay, they're reusing it again. Wow, double combiners here, not that we need them. If I see a mop, I'll take it. That's the only thing I really want to take right now. Wow, that was finally... I think we got through 5 or 6 groups where they use the same cutlery, which is amazing. We still have more there. I'm not sure. We're halfway through the day, and I haven't even gotten through the first one yet. Now, day 1, I always never put... Like the group 1, I never put cutlery down because I always do research instead. And I know I have my supplies, which seems to be easier than just moving these around. It's easier just to do this. So I think that's why I have it. I mean, I could actually I could set it. Oh, no, I couldn't set it any closer. All right, let's just call some more because we're just kind of waiting around here now. But we're rolling. We're doing pretty good. After today, we get another card, and this is where we could make or break a run. Honestly, it just is because we could get the rushes. We could get. Do we have closing time already? I don't even know if we have closing time. We have so many cards. I don't remember if we actually have closing time or not. But, like, the rush cards would be it. There's also, well, the rush cards, and there's also the card where they come in rushes. Or maybe that's under the, is that a different map type? I don't remember what that card is called. Where they come in during rush, like they come in, herd mentality, they come in during rush times. But if you don't have rush cards, like, rushes for this run would be a killer. Because... It'd be impossible because we only have 1 set of tables. So you'd have like 5 or 6. Okay, they're waiting outside. The patience is going down. No. Because the interior patience is never the issue. It's always exterior patience. Especially now because it's winter. It's nighttime. Luckily, it's not raining. I mean, in the autumn map, you don't get snow. You get snow with the alpine map. But the city map and the country map, I think you get rain, which acts the same as snow. It's like that extra kind of thing. I can't call anybody because we're a little bit... Because I called 2 groups earlier, so I think it's just snowballing. Because we got to get these... Oh, shoot. We might be in trouble here. We're almost at the end of the day, so I think... Yeah, okay, that was a quick group. If they don't want a lot of extras, like a lot of milk or sugar, it goes by a lot faster. Okay, I think we'll be okay. Just got to get these guys in and out. Oh, shoot. We are... Okay. All right, we're okay now. Because as long as you get the group in that's outside before the next group comes, the patience resets. Like fully resets, which is good. See how it's ticking down? It's ticking way faster. We're at 30%. We should be good here, though. I believe this is... No, not to see, because it resets 100%, like, completely. But we're okay. Like, we're doing very well. Everybody wants coffee here. No, there's 1 latte at the bottom. The bottom right was a latte. All right, that's the last group, so I can call... No, that's the last one. Okay. So, okay, after today... After today, we get to pick another card. And this mayor, like I said, we're getting up there in cards. I've been taking cards like Victorian Standards and ones that don't really... we still have a lot of customer cards to get through that don't really have an extra... Okay. Oh, here we go. We already have advertising. So the issue here... I think these are the cards we got. I almost remember getting these cards on OT Day 39, too. So advertising is 25% more, which means our groups are going to go up by... So half of 37 is roughly what? 17? No. Yeah, half of it... No, sorry, jeez. Half of it's 19, so half of that would be 8 or 9. So our groups would jump to about 45, give or take. That may be a bit much. But the double brew is 50% chance. It's not like just a chance. It's 50% chance. So if every group orders twice, that's the same thing as having something like 70-some groups. If 50 of them, well, I don't know. I mean, you have to kind of weigh it. So 25% more customers guaranteed, or a 50% chance. So if you just look at it, in the worst case scenario, is you're going to have 50% of the groups ordering twice. But that's a lot more than 25%. I know it doesn't work that way, as each group has a chance of ordering double. It's not like a guaranteed 50, but I think we got to go advertising. We may be a little bit in over our head right now, just with what's going on. Like I can't. You know what? Let's just do it. There's nothing to talk about. Like there's nothing to change. Like there's nothing to change for our run. There's nothing to change. It's just the customers are going to be coming in a lot faster. I got to stay on top of the cutlery, especially the first couple days, the first couple groups, because the display stands haven't been pushed through yet. And they usually don't get pushed through until the second or third day, because there's going to be one. We just got to get it before they sit down. All right, that's going to be... I think we'll be okay now. We have one more... Okay, 2 more. We need one more cafe. One more cafecito. I should actually have this set up where this just goes straight to the 8, and then this cycles this way. It doesn't really matter. All right, looks like we're back on track now. I could call. Like, I feel confident to call. Maybe I'll take it up just to the edge of calling. At least the buffers are working. It thinks that like they're all congregated at the bottom, but that's just how it works. They go a certain path, and then they turn back. They do a certain pass and come back, up and back, up and back. It's just... It'd be nice if buffers wouldn't take up a floor space, in the sense of if you put a chair down, if you put it where the chair is, it negates the chair. I mean, I understand why, because the chairs get pushed out, and then when they they get up, the chairs get pushed in, and that's one thing that's kind of cool. I never really I don't really look at it too much. Is like when they all get up, all the chairs just automatically slide back in. You don't see it much because it's covered by the kind of covered by the customers. Just watch the chairs when they get up. Whoop! They all just slide back in. Almost like it's like a ride at like Disney World or something. So I'm not calling anymore because this may... I mean, I still think the double brew was the worst option. Because even though it's a 50% chance, that 50% chance is for every group. So even if 50% of them, 50% of the 50%, you're still at 25%, right? I don't know. That makes me nervous about that, because we could really get bogged down, mainly with customers waiting outside. Right now we're fine. Well, now we got people waiting, because the patience, as it continues on outside, will drop faster and faster and faster, especially as the day goes on, right? So it's a bit kind of like, tricky. It's tricky. Oh, I missed that one. It's okay, but we're still doing okay. I'm lucky. Yeah, these are two more tame cards, I would say, than what we could have gotten. Like I said, rush cards, herd mentality, leisurely eating, the all-you-can-eat cards as well. They could really hurt us. I think this is the group of 12 because there's 2 tables. But look how it took them so long to get up there. Luckily, there's no pathing between, there's no pathing problems or pathing problems with groups, like they phase through each other. Because if not, it'd be impossible to do a run. Because like how could you do that? You know, well, you couldn't do it. But we're doing. I mean, we're still calling people. Let's look how long and long and long and long. Oh, God, it takes forever to walk up there. But we're still calling people. So to me, that's still a good sign, right? That we're not having problems. Well, okay, not having huge problems, I should say. We're hardly using any cutlery. We're halfway through the day. I'm gonna call. Yeah, we're doing. I mean, I thought this would be a lot harder of a run. I think once I'm gonna stop. I should stop calling, but we're keeping up with it well. Like it's just going well, honestly. I may all use some of these this time. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I can fit one more in. 5. So we've only actually used 5 sharp cutleries this whole run, and we're halfway through the day. So 5 for about 19 customers or 19 groups. Like that's pretty good because they're being reused on average twice, which is good. And then you get some where it's like they don't reuse it at all. Like there's not a percentage of you know, chance to be reused. There's not a percentage chance because it's like I'm sure there's a percentage chance built into the coding that's like, you know, I don't know, maybe not. I don't know how that would. I don't know how coding works with like how to make it random. Like, is this group now 100% chance to not reuse? Is the next group coming in a 30% chance to reuse? But it can't be that way. It either has to be 100% or 0%. It's just how it's. I don't know. I don't understand coding. Obviously, because I don't know. You know, you're probably thinking, dude, you know what you're talking about. I'm not a coder. I could build you a really nice deck, but designing it and building it myself, but figuring out how to like how video games work, don't know. I could build a deck in a video game. That's a game I want. So Yogscast, I don't think anybody from Yogscast watches. I'm a Yogscast ambassador, by the way, but I don't think anybody from Yogscast watches my videos. But if you happen to watch this, or if you know someone, if you know people from Yogscast, say to them, hey, Ontario wants you guys to find and publish a game where it's a deck building simulator. I can almost guarantee there's no game out there where it's like a deck building or a patio building simulator. Because who would buy it? I'd play it, but I mean, it would get quite monotonous, I guess, too. I was like, oh, you gotta put another nail in. I think it'd be really hard to have games where like it's deck builder, but you have free range to put nails where you want, screws where you want, and then do like stress tests. Like, I think it'd just be a lot more work than for probably what it's worth. It's like, you know, you can gain skills by using a nail gun. You can buy different nail guns, you know, pneumatic. You can get one with battery, a pass load with like the gas or whatever it's called these days. And then you could put nails where you want. And like, I don't know, like a fencing builder. It's like, oh, you took over a farm and now you got to build fencing for cows and horses. I'd play that. I'd play it. I wish there was a way to cycle these faster without having to call people. Not that it matters for what we're doing right now. Because I really want to get a mop. That's what I'm kind of waiting for here, to get a moppy. All right, so we did use about 14 cutleries, which is not like I can still call people. That's the thing. It's like, it's so crazy that we're at OT day 43. We have group sizes of 16. I can still call people. Now, if we make it to OT day 50, we have a lot of days. We have day 44, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have 7 more days to get through. If we make it to that, that's where we're going to have trouble. Because we only have seating for 16. We don't have seating for 17. What we would probably... I don't even know what we would do, honestly. I think what I'd have to do is... We'd probably have to lose a display stand. And we'd have to lose that teleporter here. We'd lose this teleporter, because the teleporter would have to go over here, where this is, and then this would be the 17th seat. I could still use the sharp cutlery on it. I could still hit that from the corner. Yeah, I don't know how else I would do it, because if you put a table here, this doesn't add a seat, you know. It's okay though. Oh, we're actually... All right, so we burned through 16 cutleries. Cutleries. Swing door. I got the door down pat now. Oh, we're at the end of the day. We have one more group. That's it. This actually wasn't that bad at all, honestly. It was not hard. I think the day before was harder. It all depends on how you call. If you call at the wrong time, you're going to get 2 or 3 groups coming in, like waiting outside. But if you call at the right time, like it's almost like there's a timer between groups, right? So if you call before the next timer like starts, you'll get just the one. But if the timer's already started, in a sense, even though you don't see the groups, it counts or something, right? I don't know what I'm talking about. Oh, no, don't rename it. I want to just see what this is. Give me a mop. Nah, okay. What is it ordering? I don't even know what the ordering terminal even does. Oh, so that's how you do it if you have a setup where you're not doing like diner style. So that would actually be kind of cool. So I think you have, isn't there like an automatic ordering terminal, which I think is the same thing as kind of like instant service? I think that's how it works. I don't know. I've never used an ordering terminal. So let's just upgrade. I don't know. I'm just curious. Like there's things that I never use, and this is one of them. I never use it. Let's just upgrade that. Why not? 46 groups. So wow, we went from 37 to whatever. Now we're up to 46. That is a lot of groups. All right, so let's get down here. Stupid door. There we go. Get the first one in here. We can get our shoesies on. Let's just do some research here. I just want to see what the automatic ordering terminal, like what it does, because I don't know. I don't need to upgrade it. We're gonna have 1 copy and I think 2 discounts, because the things on the right hand side, those grabbers and the teleporters, they're all 1 coin, so I can't do anything about that. There we go. Good. Right. So as I was saying earlier, the only way I think that we could lose is when the groups become too fast. Like I'm not calling right now. It's just when they start getting overloaded, because like the lattes haven't built up. The iced coffee is starting to build up. The lattes haven't built up yet at all. We're still having fresh ones, but we are mostly serving coffee. Right there, that was a table of all coffee. So that's easy when they do that, you know. Because I don't think it actually, like I call them condiments, but the milk, the sugar, and the cake, I don't think that has any bearing on what drink they choose. Because why would it, right? It doesn't make any sense. Actually, let me just ping this. It says, can interact... Oh, reorder. Interact to reset a random table. Oh, it's a special... I thought it was an automatic one. Specials... What? Hold on. If I get another ordering terminal here, I'm going to take it. Because I swear it upgrades to an automatic... I thought there was an automatic ordering terminal where it does it by itself. Maybe I'm wrong then. But yeah, I never really thought of using an ordering terminal. That'd be a way of setting up like a sushi belt, like doing like a sushi run, where you have the tables nowhere, like they're like you're not serving diner style, which sometimes not serving diner style actually works better. But you still have to deliver the food, but you don't have to take their order. Oh, I never really. Yeah, you learn things every day, because if you have a run where you could set tables up out here to give you more space. And you have dish. The thing is, you have to have dish removal, though, right? You have to have You have to have dish removal. You have to have, dish removal and dish serving. So right there, doing diner style is better. Serving diner style. And the funny thing with diner style is, like, I used to play. For those of you who've been following me for a while now, I used to only play diner maps. Which, remember, those were those small maps that were like, I think 5 by 9, like they were really tiny, and I used to do it because it would always be better for my eyes, because everything would be probably twice the size here. Like the PlateUp stations would be twice as big because they would be technically closer to your face. We can call again. And I used to always just play diner maps because but then I kind of started graduating to, well, I used to have the Blame Ontario map. There used to be Blarg. There used to be Bell. There used to be, I think it was 131 or 13 or whatever. There used to be a lot of maps that got reset during, whenever you have an update, there's always a chance that the map seeds just get changed for whatever reason, and this is the way it is, which is kind of a bummer, but it is what it is. Swing high, swing low. There we go. It is what it is, because it was the Blame BLAMEONT, the Blame Ontario map. I used to play that a lot Bell, Belle. I never played that very much. I think the 31 or 131 was some, and there was a bunch of other ones that people. This is like a year ago, not recently. But the Cuddle map and the 38 map, which we're playing the 38 map. Typically, when I do my other runs, I do the Cuddle map, and the main reason I do it is because of my play style, the diner style, works when you have an opening where you can have 4 sets of tables. That's really why. It's just easier. Now, you may say, well, that's kind of cheaty because you're just playing the same map all the time. We're not playing random maps, but so what? The only thing it may make easier is the table layouts. Like, that's it. It doesn't make the gameplay as far as cooking easier. It doesn't make it doesn't make serving slightly easier, but I mean, easy in the sense of I can serve 4 instead of 2 tables at once. But I mean, we're gonna kill in this day still. I'm going to lock in a hosting stand because I just want to see what some of these other things are. Because I never use them. I just never use a hosting stand. I never used the hosting stand when it existed before. I never use the hosting stand now. I don't use any of that stuff. But it's fun to kind of see what the stuff does. I'm just waiting here to see if they need more cutlery. I want to go up here. I want to ping this. Oh, right. It's the specials terminal. Interact to reset a random table order. But if you're serving with teleporters and stuff like that, it doesn't work that way. The only way that the specials terminal would work would be is if you're serving manually. No, sorry, not serving manually. Is that if you're serving manually, because if you're not serving manually and you have stuff there and you take their order, whatever they want, they're gonna, because you can't change. You change the whole group's order. So, like, say we didn't have teleporters here at all, and it was all manual. You'd use that, and then it would switch their order. So, I think that's a good thing. I know in one of my fish runs, someone suggested using that. So, like, if one group orders, they all order oysters. And, like, oh, I don't have oysters done. You use the terminal to change what they want. But, again, that kind of lends me to the whole flower pot issue. Because it is a game. It is something in the game. It is a game mechanic that's altering something. I don't like it. I don't want to alter I don't really want to alter what they're ordering, because that's the challenge of the game, is to adapt to what they're ordering. But I'm gonna call. It's like we're just waiting here still. So we only went through 1.5 cutleries, and we're doing really, really well with the cutlery business. And I can't automate that. Remember, you can't automate that unless you have charming. I think it might be tier 2 or tier 3. Because if you don't, you can't use it, obviously. It just won't work. But that's okay. Let's get rolling here. We're almost at the end of the day, which is great. Just got to keep it up. I don't think we can lose. Sorry, I had to stand up there for a second. I don't think we're going to lose. Because we're just, like I said, eventually we will. Eventually we will. But we're rolling pretty good here. That's why I like to have these extended episodes, just to kind of get through the day. There's nothing that we're really doing except, we went through more sharp cutlery. Another box of it. We have the eat sign. We have the yakni. And it always reminds me, I think I might have told this, it's not a story, but I might have said this before, is that where I grew up in Pennsylvania, it's down near a town called Allentown in Macungie. Like, I mean, that's not exactly where I grew up, but like down in that area. You can Google it. And there's I'm not sure if they're still in business. They used to be. It was called Yakko's, and they sold. It wasn't a chain. It was just a one-off at the time. Maybe they're a chain now. There was a one-off, and they sold like really greasy spoon, little like cheese, like chili dogs, hot dogs, chili cheese dogs. I think they did fries. I don't think they ever got. I mean, this is 25 years ago, last time I had one. I'm not sure if they ever sold hamburgers. It was a very much, and it was called Yakko's, YOCCO''S, I think. So you can Google it. They may still be in business. But whenever I see the Yakni sign, it reminds me of Yakko's, because like Yakko's, Yakni. It's just okay. I'll stop. But it's just something from 20, 30 years ago from my childhood down living in Pennsylvania, because I live in Canada now, obviously in Ontario here. So that type of food and those type of greasy spoons, I don't get to have them anymore. I never really cared for them, but they were one of those, like, it's a staple. So it's like, oh, have you ever been to Yakko's? Oh, you got to go. Why? Well, you just go just to go, right? That's kind of how stuff like that works. Not like it's good. I mean, I've never been to New York City where they have Nathan's hot dogs. Now, Nathan's hot dogs, have been, claimed as really good. Like, they're old, really old school. They have a big kind of snap to them when you bite into them. The casing's real good, and that hasn't changed in, I don't know, probably 50 years or something like that, however long they've been around. Like in Coney Island, there's Nathan's hot dogs. But it's the same thing. It's like, even if they end up not really being very good, they're like a historical staple restaurant or place. So you go anyway. You go and try it just to try. Okay, so here, this is what I wanted to upgrade. So the specials terminal is not what I wanted. I wanted the other one. So this is customers. I just want to see what this does. All I'm doing is, right now, all we're doing, honestly, is just getting through the days. And I'm just trying to just see how far we can push it. Because there's nothing to change right now. There's nothing to change. Now, yeah, the coffee's really tough right now because there was none built up. And the problem is you can't force it to build up. You know what I mean? But it's fine. Doesn't matter. Yeah, we're waiting for the ice because there was nothing built up. So this is a bit of a. So what is this actually? If I can ping this. Oh, what? I thought. Never mind. I thought that was an upgradable. Goes to show how much time I don't actually use these things. I thought that was an upgradable item, where it was like an automatic hosting stand. I think, wasn't that something that used to be there? Like the hosting stand existed, and then there was an auto hosting stand, I think. But no, I think the way it actually worked, because the way people used to abuse hosting stands, because the groups would all line up inside, like all of them would line up, and if you had multiple hosting stands, they would just fill a room with hosting stands, and people would just line up to have the patients outside not tick down. Because patients inside, if they're inside the restaurant, if they're now a coffee table or hosting stand, goes down a lot slower than if they're outside, especially when nighttime comes, rain comes, snow comes, etc. The patients goes down a lot faster. But we're still doing, like, man, I don't want to call. I just want to tick it up. Can I do one more tick? Oop, nope, never mind. That's a ring. It's okay. That's a Yakne. That's a Yakos. See how far I can. Oh, we called 2? No, it's just 1 call. Yeah, I'm trying to think how close I can get it before it actually. Can I tap it one more time? Nope. Okay, it's all good. Yeah, so Yakos hot dogs. I know. Yes, I've never actually been in New York City. Like where I grew up is probably around 2.5 hours, give or take, to New York City, like Manhattan. I've just never been. It was never something, like, I'm not a big city person. Like, I don't like Toronto, going there. I don't like driving there or driving in the city. I think if I'd be there and be on foot, it'd be easier, because you're not fighting pedestrians jaywalking and crossing the street when they're not supposed to, and traffic signals. You're not fighting any of that. You're just walking, right? So here we go. Shake it up. I'm gonna get as close as I can without dinging. I think I can probably get. Is that 2 groups or 1? One more tick. One more. Oh, that was it. It doesn't matter. I'm just doing this for fun now, because it's nothing is. Yeah, the only thing that would be. I mean, I don't think there's anything to change, honestly. Wow, there's 3 lattes there and 1 tea. That's crazy for that size groups. For having the display stands. There's the ordering terminal. I'm gonna lock that one in as well, because I want to see what it does. Because I just want to see if there's an automatic ordering terminal that does it by itself. Maybe not, because then it wouldn't really be an ordering terminal. It would just be a ordering station. I don't know how you would say it, right? You have any more? Yeah, we have more. And now the groups are starting to build up outside. But I think that's still 1 group. Yeah. No, it's 2. Okay. It's because I've been calling, and now they're starting to add up. But again, when you don't have rush cards or closing times or, herd mentality, we have nothing that's altering how the customers come in. There's a timer that each group will come in at a certain set amount of time, like from the first one. It's just how it works. So if you call, that basically just speeds up the current one, but it doesn't change the other timer. Which does make sense to me. Say the timer's 10 seconds. Well, if you call, at the 8-second mark, well, 2 seconds later you're going to get it. Doesn't it's like it's not like it resets it, you know, which does also make sense. Why would it reset it? Okay, there we go. Up into here, swing bada and swing bada. I mean, we're like halfway through the day already. No struggle. What is the problem with the coffee? Oh, it's number 8 is being used a lot. Okay, not number 9. Yeah, when we get up, if we get to the next tier, it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a bit tricky because we're gonna have to we're gonna have to give up a display stand basically. Yeah, we'll have to give up a DS, a display stand. Just think it as call. Why not? We're doing fine here. And we actually get another card today, by the way. So we'll see what happens. Because like I said, these are extended episodes because there's no point to run these episodes at 20 or 25 minutes because we're basically just, you're listening to me. We're just talking. Well, I'm talking to you guys. You're listening. But I mean, this setup is really good. It's not as tight as an automation video, but the concept is exactly the same. Combiner for the ice machine, portioner for the latte machine, and then, you know, the way the coffee machines themselves were set up, it's you know, one machine can feed 4 machines flawlessly. It's just because you can see this one right here where my mouse is. It's like boom, 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 boom. It's fast. It's just when you start dealing with using grabbers to pull cups off of other grabbers, it doesn't really work because this is a fluid flower, I guess you would call it, right? I think if you'd have it flowing to a countertop, it would pull it from it because it's not a fluid thing. I don't know. It's hard to explain, I think, what I'm getting at here. Oh, I actually have stuff where I could do some discounting. Not really sure why I would, but why not? Because every time I do research on the grabbers, they get reset. So, oh, it doesn't matter, honestly. Shoving better. I don't know if sharp cutlery. If we wouldn't place down sharp cutlery at all, I think we still would be fine. But it still gives me something to do, right? See what card we get. I mean, and as much as I want to see how far this run can go, I'm being honest with you guys. You know how I play this game. I love early game. I like starting over. I like getting to the automation stage, and then it's like, okay, let's just move on to something else, right? I'm not going to tier this run because there's nothing really to tier. Like, it's not going to really add difficulty. This is just a see how far we can get. But I mean, we're at OT 45. I think that's pretty good. So we'll see what happens. Here, almost at the end of the day. Okay, also for you guys, I'll throw this tidbit in here for those if you made it this far, you'll get this information. Obviously, it's I do plan to get back to streaming. I'm moving in December, a little bit around Christmas time, or before Christmas. So I'm hoping over Christmas or in the new year, I get back to a schedule of streaming at least 3 to 4 days a week, especially through the winter, especially. Once spring comes, it depends. I may be doing a little bit something different for work or job, or it just depends on how my funds are. If I can make some good money or some enough money to kind of live off of doing content creation, which I'm going to try my hardest. Which is why I like to ask you guys again, if you make it to this part of the video, like what type of stuff do you want me to do in my channel? Do you like more PlateUp content? Do you like other games? Do you want different genres of games? Just let me know in the comments. I always like that. There will be an official update video coming out. I'm not sure when, based on the time of this recording, but probably by the end of the month or into November, something like that, about what my plans are for the channel. But I will continue to put out content, so don't worry about that. I want to do more of these like challenges, these kind of crazy challenges stuff for PlateUp, like do like a Turbo Halloween, or go back to the Valentine's Day map, stuff like that. I have big plans for the holiday, the holiday map with the elf house. I have a huge not huge plan, but I have a nice plan for that when that time comes. So yeah, even I'm gonna call the last two, even if there's no official updates from the PlateUp game itself or from Steam, I'm still gonna have some stuff planned. I'm gonna slap that down just in case they need it, and they don't. So there we go. All right, last group in. All right, we get another card. I believe we do get another card today. So let's see what happens. This may be excuse me. This may be our swan song. We'll see what happens. Because we're at 45 minutes now. Here we go. Ooh, ooh. So the patience inside is not the problem. It's the patience outside's the problem. I almost want to take double brew. I think, you know what I'm going to do? Is I'm going to take double brew. And I just want to see if this system that I have can keep up with that. I'm not going to do any research. I don't really. What did I even unlock here? What is this? Oh yeah, it's okay. Just hosting sand. So I'm just gonna buzz through this day. Because as I told you guys before, it's we're getting a bit long in the tooth here when it comes to this run. So I just want to see. If this setup can handle that. I just want to see what happens. Because that'll be a good indicator on how far this run could actually go. Now, again, the customers are still coming in. We have 50 groups. Okay, that one was not a double order. Fine. Maris, 50%. There's no L remember to count in my head, so I'm just going to leave it alone for now. Because when it's a double brew, kind of like all you can eat is like everybody orders twice. So that's, double drinks, double, not size, but double extras, condiments. There it comes through, and that should be. Oh, they're double. Okay, I didn't call anybody, and I think actually, like this is only group 2, and I think we're struggling a little bit already, and I didn't call anybody. So I don't know if double brew actually would be hurting us, but look outside though. The patients would be going down 20% faster. You know what I mean? And that's bad. So we're just gonna see what happens. Because right now that patience would be about half. I don't know if either one of these would be bad. Like I'm not touching anything right now. I'm just keeping the cutlery supplied. Because so far only one group's wanted doubles, but we're having a hard time keeping up with the coffee. Okay, so okay, that's okay. Wow, look how fast the groups are coming in. Yes, I don't think double brew even would have affected us. I think the patience. I honestly think the patience would be a worse card. Because that's all patience. It's not just inside patience. Because look how fast the groups are coming. Imagine that'd be 20% less. I know we have 3 groups waiting outside and blah blah blah, but so far we only had 1 group ordering double. Yeah, I think this might do us. And if it does, it's not because of double brew. It's not. It's just the machines are having a hard time keeping up with how fast the groups are coming in. Wow. I'm really surprised because so far we've only had one double brew group so far. Remember, keep that in mind. 1 double brew group, and there's no way that 1 double brew group has backed up 3 outside groups. There's just no way. We might, yeah. Here's a double group right here. So that's 2 double brews, and that's even a small group. Look at the customers outside. So if you think about it, say add 2 more groups to that. We have 4 groups waiting outside. With the there's no way that the patience would have been a better card because we're not calling anybody. I haven't called anybody. The phone hasn't been touched. We've only had 2 double brews so far. It's like the machines can't keep up with this. Look at the groups outside. Machines can't keep up. It's just because we went from like 37 to 47 because we had 50 groups. Like that's 50 groups times, that's minimally 600 customers. Maximum 800 customers. Yeah, right here, we're done here. Look at that. GG, everybody. Wow. Okay, so guess what? We come on. Are we gonna squeak through? So, yeah, we're definitely done here. So basically, I don't think double brew made it harder. Because there's 6 groups outside. And that's not because of double brew. It's because the machines couldn't keep up with it. Wow. Wow. Well, that's okay. That's perfectly fine. I mean, we'll franchise. I don't think I'll ever come back to this. Wow, look at all the cards we had. Holy guacamole. Jeez Louise. Well, I mean, I will franchise this. Like these are reductions. But I think if anything, I would go with where's the group cards? I'd go medium groups, and I would do large groups, and then I would probably just do flexible. You know. Wow. That was a good run, everybody. That was good. I'm glad I stuck around this episode for this. This was a good run. Turn prep coast back on because I turned it off. Well, it automatically turns off this type of prep coast. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me. This was a fun one. I'm glad I stuck it out because I knew eventually my system would just run out of steam. And if we would have taken the advertising card, would that have been better? I honestly don't think it would have been better. Or not advertising, the patience card. I don't think it would have been better because it's 20% less patience. So basically you have to serve 4 groups in the same span as, or 5 groups in the same span as 4 as far as time goes, is 20%. And that double brew did not end our run. I don't believe it did at all. I think it's just the amount of customers we had. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me. If you made it this far, please leave any sort of comment. Leave a number, leave a name, leave a suggestion. Just leave something to let me know that you made it this far. Because I know a lot of people don't make it to the end. But those that do, I do appreciate that. Also, if you guys enjoyed this video specifically, please consider me a like as well as that comment that I'm asking for. And if you enjoyed this King's Coffee series, please hit that subscribe button. I'm just ticking over 7,500 subscribers. I'd really love to hit 8,000 by the end of the year, which is about, 10, 11 weeks away. I'd really love to hit that 8,000 mark for a New Year's. My birthday is actually December 23rd anyway, so I'd love to hit 8,000 by that. But anyway, guys, hit the subscribe button, tick the bell notification icon, and stay tuned for the next PlateUp fun. There's going to be some Halloween content. There's going to be some Christmas content or holiday content. There might even be some Valentine's Day content. We'll see what happens, guys. All right, as always, thank you so much. This has been a really fun series, and I'll catch you guys next time.